Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be taking you through a selection of my personal favourite classic traditional tattoo designs. I absolutely adore traditional tattoo designs and looking at old flash sheets, so today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my personal favourite old school designs that I love looking at, as well as sharing a little bit of the history behind these designs. I love talking American traditional tattoo designs, so please comment your favourite classic traditional tattoo design down below. Alright, so without further fucking about, we all want to look at some sick-ass traditional tattoos, don't we? So let's get into it. So the first design that I want to talk about is by one of the most influential artists in the history of traditional tattoos, Sailor Jerry, and I'm of course talking about the classic hula girl design. The original image depicts a girl in a hula skirt holding a ukulele. There's just something about this design that really speaks to me in a way that I can't really put into words. I just really love it. Like a lot of Jerry designs, it's really simple, but no line is wasted. She's got a really simple little face, but I mean, let's be real, she is absolutely gorgeous. The colour palette is really simple, it's just black and red and yellow being the standout colours, and it really doesn't need any more than that. It's those simple colours in conjunction with each other that really pull this simple design together and make it so iconic. This design was inspired by Sailor Jerry's choice to reside in Hawaii after the end of World War II, and the hula girl, I guess, is just one of the most iconic images that comes to people's minds whenever they think of Hawaii. Now, the elephant in the room, and the only thing that puts me off getting this design tattooed on me a little bit, is this design is probably most well known for being on the Sailor Jerry rum bottle. This is an absolutely delicious rum though, to be fair. But I don't really want like the casual people in my life to just think that I've got it because I'm really into this rum, you know? That's one of the things that kind of puts me off a little bit. It doesn't change how much love I have for this design though. The next piece that I want to talk about is a piece that, funny enough, has actually come up a lot in the last few weeks in my recent videos and in my interactions with you guys, and that design is the Pharaohs Horses. This design has been around for like over 100 years now, first being tattooed by one of the pioneers of traditional tattooing, Gus Wagner. Wagner took inspiration from a painting drawn by J.F. Herring of one of Queen Victoria's stallions, which was then drawn from 3 different perspectives. Wagner then reversed the original image and added flowers and an eagle on the top, and this has since become one of the most iconic front/back pieces in traditional tattooing, probably equal in popularity to the Rock of Ages back piece. Personally, what I love about this design is the horses themselves. I grew up with a mum who loved and worked with horses, and this design just really reminds me of her when I look at it. Plus, I just really love how much black shading goes into the horses themselves. I really love any traditional tattoo with like a lot of black in it, and the Pharaohs Horses is a great example of that for me. My next classic design comes from another one of the most influential traditional tattoo pioneers, Burgrim, and the piece I'm referring to is the iconic Burgrim Crying Heart. This design goes back to the 70s, and I've not really ever been able to find like a conclusive answer about what inspired the original image, but I've seen that Grimm was probably inspired by a postcard from the 1910s. Whatever the original inspiration was, this tattoo design has become absolutely legendary and seems to get more and more popular day by day. This is another one that I don't honestly think I can necessarily explain what it means to me, other than it really just speaks to my inner emo, you know? I love things that are both sad and beautiful, as cringe as that sounds, and this image represents both of those things really well for me and just keeps bringing me back to it. Another iconic back piece I really love is the Cowgirl back piece, created by another really influential tattoo artist from the early 20th century, Ben Corday. This piece is often referred to as like the Annie Oakley back piece or the Belle of the Plain. The original piece depicts a cowgirl on horseback framed with American flags around it. This was another piece that was inspired by a photograph from 1907 called the Belle of the Plain. Personally, I love any kind of Western theme in a traditional tattoo, whether that's a cowboy or cowgirl, cow person, or horses or cactuses, all that kind of stuff makes for a really great traditional tattoo, I think. And the cowgirl depicted in this piece is just so like ferocious looking, a real badass, and I'm always going to love a badass woman depicted as a traditional tattoo, and I absolutely love this piece. It makes for a great back piece and has rightly earned its place in history. Lastly, we have an image that I do know what draws me to, and that is the Rose of No Man's Land. This image was inspired by a song written in dedication to the Red Cross nurses who worked at the front lines of World War I, and then the song was translated into a tattoo design and appears in the sketchbooks of early tattoo pioneers and legends that I've already mentioned in this video, such as Gus Wagner and Sailor Jerry. The tattoo often depicts a female nurse with a red cross on her cap and a rose at the bottom of the design. This one really speaks to me as it reminds me of my sister who's a nurse, and I would love to get a Rose of No Man's tattoo to represent her. This is just such a beautiful idea for a tattoo, and it's so cool that artists such as Gus Wagner and Sailor Jerry decided to use this iconic image to pay tribute to the Red Cross nurses who would have given a lot of hope to the injured soldiers in no man's land during the First World War. And that is it. Those are some of my personal favourite classic traditional tattoo designs and a little bit of the history behind them. What are some of your favourite classic traditional tattoo designs? Let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button and all of that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, well, it was actually all produced by me. I have another channel where I post beats/instrumentals that I've written for singers to use to write songs to, so if that is something that you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.